Off tape is the off tape. This is the off tape show. Off tape is the off tape. This is the off tape show. Off tape is the off tape. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, today on the show we have Mr. Zaaki Azzay, one of the legendary artists of contemporary hip-hop in Nigeria. Was signed to EMI in the 90s, 1993 to be precise. Division of Sony Music then. Today we are going to be having a chat with him, so just be patient while we review his latest video. Notice, stick around. It's the off tape. This is the off tape show. Off tape is the off tape.
Your boy Jeff the Ruler. Welcome to the Off Tape Show, to the episode 8 of the show, where we host legends. And I've already interviewed lots of other celebrities, and this is the first one for the year, so it's special to me. So without further ado, I would like to introduce you to my special guest of honor. I'm so excited to have him. In fact, it's a privilege to have him today in the house because he paved the way for hip hop, for a lot of us, and I want the youngins now to know about him. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have Zaki, legendary, in the house.
Thank you for having me. It's my privilege.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for honoring us to be on the Off Tape Show. It's actually an exciting time to have you here.
I'm also privileged to be here.
Yeah, and one of the reasons why we're having this show is for Afrobeat is the biggest right now in the world.
Yeah.
And we know that in the late 90s, a lot of people were struggling to listen to the Afro, especially the ones that come from us here indigenously. But now this norm has changed, and thanks to you, Rugged Man, and some other artists too as well. So that's why I'm doing the show. Because the youngins don't really know how this started. They just felt it was really skate or Burna Boy, because some of them are 20 something now. In fact, they were not born when you people actually were putting this on. Me, I'm in my 30s, so I could understand because I was there. So, sir, we will start with the questions. We have few which we have lined down, not so much, to help our audience and also the youngins to know. So, when did you start singing professionally?
Professionally, it was late 1993 that I had my first song, The Hero. And that was the first song that caught everybody's attention. And then there was also Fatima Neki. So it was an album. In those days, there's no single. There's always what we call demo.
Yes.
We do a demo tape,
Yes.
and then we do another demo tape, and once they approve it, maybe like 18 songs or 10 songs
Yes.
thereabouts, and then we released it. So I had my first in late 93. Eventually came out on EMI Records, and some of the songs I mentioned were the ones that came out a hit.
I'll come to EMI because a lot of people, they don't know EMI. EMI was, I think a division of Sony.
It was international. EMI was
international. Sony,
yeah.
So it was one of the biggest record labels in Nigeria then. So I will come to that. But my second question, I'll go to when did you write your first rhyme?
First rhyme, maybe like I was maybe 10 or 12 years old, because I started writing early. Try to rhyme, just with anything, with the activities around me. If you rhyme without making sense, it's not rhyme.
Yeah.
You have to rhyme and make sense. That's what makes it rhyme.
Yes. Otherwise, you're just talking.
Otherwise, you're just talking, or you're a wannabe.
Well, at this time you're talking about writing your rhyme. No one knows hip hop. I don't think anyone by then.
Everybody was the biggest stars at that time were reggae and dancehall stars. Blackies, Daniel Wilson, Majek, Raskimono, Horace Williki,
Yes, sir.
So hip hop was a no-go area at that time.
Yes. You see why I said Uncle Zaki is a legend, because you can imagine the genres that we had at that time, and you can imagine when they came in, and how it changed. And right now, hip hop is the biggest genre of music in the world, and Afrobeat is a pioneer of that too as well. So we'll go to our fourth question. Where did you hail from in Nigeria? I know particularly, but I want the youngest.
I come from BENUE State, Vandikia local government, precisely.
Talented people.
From Ute. There's a place called Ute in Vandikia local government. That's where I come from. but I was born and brought up in Kaduna State
Oh wow.
before I moved to Lagos.
Wow, that was
Yeah.
I even actually thought you came from Benue. Wow, we're from Kaduna. Kaduna is a very big city and very developed as well.
Mm,
Like,
mm,
wow, that's really interesting. I will come
mm,
to your journey in Lagos. Okay, that leads
mm.
me to my next question. When did you move to Lagos?
Well, I came to Lagos like in 1991, 92,
Wow, it's a
and
long time.
then I started looking for a recording deal because in those days, like I said, there's no singles. You have to get a recording deal, and nobody would accept me because I was doing hip hop. Nobody would, um, because everybody was dance hall, so hip
Yes,
hop is a no-go area.
yes.
You know, they've had some guys before me, sound on sound, but it didn't go too well with the Nigerian society. So dancehall was still the in thing before I now came and forced my traditional hip hop and guitar music, which is my style of hip
Yes.
hop, to Nigerians. I didn't see it coming. I didn't believe that Lagosians would even accept
Embrace it.
this
Mm.
that kind of song
Yeah,
at
because
that
I
time.
was coming to that in my
You know.
question because I knew at that time Yoruba norm in music was so strong,
Mhm,
so bringing other languages and accepting it,
mhm,
but to come in my
mhm.
questions, how did you survive in a place like in Lagos?
It
Where
wasn't
you
easy.
are now.
It wasn't easy. First, nobody would take me serious because of where I come from.
Wow,
There's no artist that has come from the north before me
wow.
to contemporary artists. What we had was Kalangu, that Mariah Jones,
Mm,
local.
mm,
And then, of course, we had people like Balamila then, but they were
mm.
not,
Yes.
until I came with the hip hop thing and so it was strange. Most of the producers and the people I worked with in the studio would not even take me serious because
Mm,
they thought that nothing, nothing musically
mm.
good can come
Come
out
out.
from the north.
Mm, yeah.
So they would laugh at me, they would make jest of me in the studio, and to cut the long story short, I survived.
You see, today
Yeah.
you're a legend, that
Mm,
people,
mm,
aspiring people, and you're a
mm,
voice of our generation too as
mm,
well. And
mm,
I'll go because of our time. I'll rush the questions. How did you get Lagosians? I know we said it initially, but I
mm,
want to go in detail now. How
mm,
did you get Lagosians to? Because I know our generation itself, it was
mm,
not really easy. You must put the Yoruba like we had the
mm,
norm. So
mm.
how did you at that earlier time to get Lagosians and the Yoruba community to actually
I
accept you,
would
not
say
just your music, but you as a person?
it's grace of God because when I was doing the hip hop song against all norms, I thought I would just do my song and take it back to the north and
Mm,
shine as a northern star,
mm,
oppress my
a
other
local champion.
hip hop rivals that I had in the
Yes.
north then. But the Lagosians, I think, embraced it because it was new.
Mm,
It took them by
by
surprise. What is
storm.
this? Who is this?
Mm,
It sounds nice, the melody was good and everything. So they embraced it, and that gave me my stay in Lagos.
yeah.
That was how I was now finally accepted by Lagosians. I think it was the song that did all the magic for me.
Yes. I
So
think it was well put together.
together, yeah.
That's the thing. But
Mm.
Benue people has always been a forefront in music from
Yeah.
Zulezu. I remember I told you Zulezu
Mm-mm.
in Night of a Thousand
From
Love.
Bongos Ikwe.
Okay,
Hmm.
Two Face too as well. So
Hmm.
like one of the most talented people. I'm not talking about people who are just
Mm.
can sing. I'm talking of gifted people in this
No,
country
that's true.
are from Benue. So I think Nigerians should know
Mm.
too about it. And I go to my next question:
Mm.
how did your record label come to? Because in the 90s,
Mm.
you got into EMI. Yes, that's true.
EMI.
And I also heard from your story that there were rejections from other labels. That
Yeah,
you've
a
been
lot. I
you
went to
you've been
CBS. I
to. So
was
tell us
thrown
your
out.
experience.
All the recording labels actually threw me out because I was doing hip
Hip
hop,
hop.
and hip hop is not
Oh,
marketable according to them.
mm,
Rap, no, they sell for Nigeria, na
mm,
America. Go and do raga or reggae or
mm,
something.
mm.
Same thing. Premier threw me out. Salt Record threw me out. Even EMI threw me out. It was by the intervention of their A&R,
Okay,
Toluge,
because
and
I sorry, sir, to come in. I heard that like there's an original story that you went to the gate of the label, as in like you were so
no, no, no.
frustrated.
They have thrown me out at that time. They have rejected my songs. So I was frustrated at this time. So I was just sitting at the gate with my head. And then that was when the Toluge
Savior.
walked in and asked me what was the problem. So I explained to her. She said, okay, I would give you a chance because of there was an Onyeka Onwenu song that I did a remix. So she said, because of this song, I will give you a chance and let's see whether it would work, you know.
Okay.
So we waited until um until they now give me a recording deal.
Wow.
And hope with the hope that the Onyeka Onwenu's One Love remix will give them the hit that they want. But eventually it wasn't. It was the Hausa song that gave them
Wow.
the hit. So,
Wow. So she took a chance on
so
you.
she took a chance on me.
Wow. How is your relationship with her today?
She's in London now. I still talk to her.
She is in music again.
I think she has retired now, but she's in
Oh,
London.
wow. Anyway, if she sees this, I want to say thank you. Those are the people we need now. You know, people who can see that vision and that tenacity in you and actually support that vision. Because if she didn't maybe have that sympathetic feeling, I don't know, maybe you would not be here today. Maybe you'd have been discouraged to do something else.
Yes.
You know, so thank you. Thanks to her. And my other question, what song or album will you say brought you to the limelight?
I think
If them tell me, say this love go be like this, and if I tension, she they make me to feel at ease, and if I pension, she go they there to make me ease.
I think all of them contributed. The first one introduced me. The second one gave me all the fame.
Okay.
Understand?
Which is? Can you say that so that maybe they can stream it?
There's the first one was titled Loaded,
Okay.
and the second one is titled Black Gold.
Okay.
Understand?
Okay, check it out. Okay. Okay. Black Gold and Loaded.
Yes.
I'm loaded. You see, they've done it before now that we are loading. Okay, I also want to ask, sir, how did your deal with AMI go? Like, how was it 1 year, 2 years?
No, it was a good deal. It was 3 years. They don't sign 1 year in those days.
Okay.
You do for 3 years. If you are not too good, they can knock you off. So I stayed with EMI for up to 6 to 7 years. I was with EMI. It was a good relationship, even though the money wasn't coming as I expected. You know, because of piracy and a lot of things. So.
And EMI, was it a British label or was it an American?
It's an American label.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I know they are a division of Sony at that time. So, okay, sir, that's very, very interesting and also very educating too as well. And now we'll go to our next questions because we're just rushing them because of, so what do you think of the new PMAN now? Because I know that you are an avid
supporter. It's a lot of hard work.
Of it, so.
PMAN, we've been here for 9 years.
Wow.
Working hard, trying to endure all the crises. We've been ups and downs. We've been to police stations. We've been to courts. We've been to we've had a lot of attacks, but we stood our grounds because we knew we are doing the right thing. And today, with God's help, by the grace of God, we have beginning to achieve our dreams, because what is happening now is good.
Yes.
But it's just a tip of the iceberg compared to what is coming. And I would always say that we are only able to achieve this because we had unity amongst us. So it only goes to a long way to say that once we are united as Nigerian entertainers, instead of fighting each other, there's a lot more that we can achieve financially and in every other areas. So,
anyway, by the way, we are at the PMAN house right now. That's why we're having this chat. And so it's a lovely edifice. So you can see that we're all moving on in a new Nigeria and a new music for us. Also, I want to go to, what solutions do you think right now PMAN will give to the young artists? Just like how we're asking our people now, Peter Obi and all of them coming out, what are they going to give to the young Nigerian youths? So what is PMAN going to be giving different specifically to the youths?
Well, talk is cheap. That's all I have to say.
Okay.
Seeing is believing.
Yeah.
We can't talk like politicians here. See, they can see what is going on now.
Yes.
All I have to say is join what is going on.
Yes.
Join before there's a rush, because I know that very soon there will be a rush.
I'm telling you.
Understand?
I'm telling you.
And if anybody comes and tells you story, it's just story. This one, oh, that one. You know, people talk. Anybody can talk, but please come and see for yourself
Yes.
and register.
Yes.
It's either you register now or you register later. If you register now, it's easier. If you wait for later, there will be rush.
Yes.
And then it becomes more.
And delay is dangerous too.
And delay is dangerous, and it's for your own benefit.
Yeah.
Nobody is taking your money to do anything. It's for your own benefit.
Yes.
So
And,
please register with
yes.
PMAN.
And also, PMAN is actually the biggest music platform
Union
in the world.
Union.
Nollywood, technically.
Welcome to the Off Tape Show. Subscribe to the YouTube channel now and turn on your notification.